Most people believe happiness is a destination, a place you arrive at once everything in your life is perfect. But happiness isn't a place. It's a physical muscle inside your head that requires regular training. Your brain is built on a principle called neuroplasticity, which means it's constantly changing based on what you do. Think of your thoughts as water flowing down a mountain. Over time, they carve deep, permanent grooves. If you spend your life worrying, you've carved a worry canyon that's very easy for your brain to fall into. But you can carve new paths. Training for happiness is simply the act of rerouting that water toward better soil. It starts with understanding your negativity bias, the prehistoric alarm system that keeps you looking for threats. To your brain, one bad email is as scary as a tiger in the bushes. It's a survival mechanism, not a happiness mechanism. To fix this, we have to perform habit 1, the 3-to-1 ratio. For every one negative event, you must find 3 positive ones. This isn't toxic positivity. It's a chemical counterweight to balance your brain's natural tilt toward the dark. Habit 2 is savoring. Most of us eat our happiness like fast food. We swallow it and move on instantly. But for a positive thought to stick, it needs to be held in your working memory for at least 20 seconds. Think of it like a neural glue. Savoring the taste of coffee or the warmth of the sun makes it a permanent part of you. Without savoring, the good stuff just slides off your brain like water off a duck's back. Habit 3, the movement trigger. You don't need a gym. You need to move your body to signal agency to your brain. When you are stagnant, your brain thinks you are trapped, which triggers the low-grade stress of a cornered animal. 10 minutes of walking or stretching releases BDNF, a protein that acts like Miracle-Gro for new brain cells. Habit 4, the gratitude scan. Your brain is an expert at seeing what's missing. You have to train it to see what's there. Every night, name 3 specific things you're grateful for. Not just my dog, but the way my dog's ears flop when he runs. This forces your reticular activating system to look for gifts during the day, so it has something to report at night. Habit 5, micro-connections. Humans are social animals. Isolation is interpreted by the brain as a survival threat. A 30-second chat with a barista or a text to a friend releases oxytocin, the cuddle hormone that kills cortisol. These microdoses of connection tell your nervous system that you are part of the tribe and therefore safe. Habit 6, the third-person reset. When you're failing, your inner critic can be a brutal, relentless bully. To break the cycle, shift into the third person. Address yourself by name as if you were your own coach, saying, "Listen, it's going to be okay. We've got a plan." This creates psychological distance, moving the problem from the emotional center to the logical prefrontal cortex. It's much easier to give a friend advice than to take your own. By using your name, you become that friend. Habit 7, the digital sunset. Your brain cannot find happiness if its internal clock is being shattered by blue light. 60 minutes before bed, put the phone away. This allows melatonin to clear out the day's neural trash. A rested brain is a resilient brain. Without sleep, your happiness muscle is always running on empty. But training isn't a straight line. Some days, you'll wake up feeling like your progress has completely evaporated. This is the happiness hangover. Your brain is trying to revert to its old, familiar worry grooves because they are easier. When this happens, don't panic. You haven't lost your progress. You're just hitting a neural speed bump. Habit 8, the 5-minute reset. If your day goes sideways at 10 a.m., don't wait for tomorrow to start over. Take 5 minutes to breathe, stretch, or savor one tiny thing. You are rebooting your nervous system in real time. Habit 9, active constructive responding. Happiness is contagious, but only if you amplify it for others. When someone shares good news, don't just nod. Ask questions. Dive in. Their joy becomes your vicarious workout. Habit 10, ending the decision fatigue. Your brain uses massive amounts of energy making tiny, meaningless choices. Automate the small stuff, like your breakfast or your outfit, to save your happiness fuel for the big stuff. By reducing friction, You give your brain the space it needs to focus on the habits that actually move the needle. Habit 11. Breaking the comparison trap. In a digital world, your real life is constantly competing with someone else's highlight reel. Comparison is the thief of joy because it forces your brain to value a fake image over your own real progress. To fix this, practice digital minimalism. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel less than and fill your feed with more than. Habit 12. The power of no. Your happiness muscle breaks down when it is overextended and people-pleasing. Saying no to a task that drains you is saying yes to the energy you need to stay resilient. Habit 13. Emotional literacy. We often run from bad feelings, but suppressing a feeling only makes it louder and heavier. Instead, name the emotion. I am feeling frustrated. By naming it, you move the energy from the panic center to the logic center. This is the name it to tame it rule. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. The monster is just a pile of laundry. Your brain is wired to feel a helper's high when you do something kind for someone else. This triggers a massive release of dopamine and serotonin, providing a chemical reward for being a good ancestor. Habit 15. The mindfulness gap. Between a stress trigger and your reaction, there is a tiny space. In that gap is your power to choose. Training your brain is simply the act of making that gap wider every day. Habit 16. The enough mantra. In a consumer culture, your brain is constantly told that you are incomplete without the next purchase. Practice saying I have enough. This shuts down the scarcity alarm in your brain and allows you to appreciate your current tools. Habit 17. Forgiving the backslide. There will be days when you forget all these habits and fall back into the gray. Don't beat yourself up. Shame is the kryptonite of neuroplasticity. Just acknowledge it and start the next 5 minutes fresh. The 7-day challenge. Pick just one of these habits and commit to it for 1 week, 1 walk, 1 gratitude list, or 1 third-person talk. You aren't just trying to be positive. You are physically remodeling the most complex machine in the known universe. The world won't get less chaotic, but your brain can get much better at navigating the storm. You have the tools. You have the miracle grow. Now go out there and water your garden. Training your brain is easier when we do it together. Hit subscribe to join our community and never miss a habit to help you grow your own garden of joy.